Did you know that a small daily habit could quietly reduce the risk of up to 90% of the diseases we fear most? It sounds hard to believe, right? Yet more and more research confirms what ancient traditions and modern scientists have been quietly saying for years. Your health depends largely on your habits, not just your genes or medications. If you're over 60, you've probably been told plenty about what not to do. Don't move that way. Don't forget your pills. But what if, instead, someone told you there is something you can do to restore memory, reduce cancer risk, cleanse your blood vessels, and even lift your mood? This isn't about magic potions or expensive devices. It's about 6 habits so simple that most people overlook them. And yet, when practiced daily, they can activate some of the most powerful healing responses in your body. Whether you're dealing with high blood pressure, brain fog, or simply want to feel like yourself again, these 6 habits could change everything. So if you're tired of watching your energy slip away year after year and wondering if it's just part of aging, stay with me. Let's begin. Number 1. Morning hydration. The first habit is so simple it's almost always ignored. Drinking a full glass of water as soon as you wake up. You'd be amazed at how much something so ordinary can do, especially after 60. While we sleep, the body goes 6 to 8 hours without water. That's a long time without hydration, particularly for the brain, the joints, and yes, the heart and blood vessels too. Most people wake up mildly dehydrated, and that dry start to the day triggers a cascade of problems. Slower digestion, thicker blood, reduced alertness, and increased inflammation throughout the body. Why does this matter for memory, cancer, and circulation? Because dehydration is sneaky. It thickens your blood, forcing the heart to work harder. It limits the oxygen reaching the brain, leaving you with fogginess and forgetfulness. And worst of all, it weakens your body's natural detox systems, the liver and kidneys, which are your first line of defense against toxins and abnormal cell growth. In fact, studies have linked chronic dehydration to a higher risk of kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and even certain cancers, such as bladder and colorectal cancer. But here's the interesting part. Starting your day with 1 or 2 glasses of clean water can instantly change how your entire system functions. It jumpstarts metabolism, flushes out waste accumulated overnight, and improves blood flow, easing the strain on your heart. For older adults with stiff joints or morning aches, this habit alone can make getting out of bed feel less heavy. Think of it as a reset button. Before coffee, before breakfast, even before checking your phone. Just drink your water. Some people add lemon or a pinch of sea salt to balance electrolytes and gently stimulate digestion. That's fine, but plain water works just as well. What truly matters is consistency. This isn't a once-a-week fix. Your body needs this gift every single morning. Over time, this single habit supports clearer thinking, better elimination, more energy, and a stronger immune response. Because a hydrated body is a resilient body. I once met an 82-year-old man named Harold who started doing this after his doctor told him he was on the edge of hypertension. He didn't change much else, but every morning he filled a tall glass with filtered water. He drank it slowly and waited 10 minutes before having coffee. Within 3 months, his blood pressure dropped, his energy returned, and his forgetfulness became less frequent. He laughed and said, "Turns out I wasn't getting old, I was just dry." Sometimes the solution isn't complicated. It's simply ignored. So before reaching for another pill or booking another doctor's appointment, ask yourself, did I give my body what it needed first thing this morning? A glass of water may not seem powerful, but done daily, it absolutely is. Number 2, daily brisk walking. The second habit that could help reduce up to 90% of disease risk is brisk walking every day. Yes, walking. Not running, not sprinting, not charging upstairs like a Navy SEAL, just walking with intention. And yet, it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your entire body, especially after 60. Walking isn't just movement, it's circulation. It activates the natural rhythms that keep your blood flowing, your joints lubricated, and your brain sharp. When you walk briskly, even for just 15 to 30 minutes, you engage nearly every system in your body. Your heart rate rises, oxygen delivery improves, and your muscles pull sugar from the bloodstream. That's great for controlling glucose and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes, but the benefits go much deeper. One of the most underrated effects of daily walking is its impact on memory and mental clarity. Studies show that older adults who walk briskly on a regular basis have greater volume in the hippocampus, the part of the brain associated with memory, and not just any memory, but the kind that helps you remember names, appointments, or where you left your keys. When blood flows freely to the brain, neurons stay well-nourished, well-oxygenated, and far more active. And what about cancer? While walking doesn't cure cancer, consistent physical activity has been shown to lower the risk of several types, including colon, breast, and endometrial cancers. It helps regulate hormones, improves immune surveillance, meaning your body is better able to detect and destroy rogue cells early, and reduces inflammation, the environment in which cancer thrives. The key here is intention. A casual stroll through the grocery store isn't the same. You need to swing your arms a bit and pick up the pace enough that you're slightly out of breath but still able to hold a conversation. Do it outdoors if you can. Sunlight and fresh air add extra benefits, but indoor walking works just fine too. The habit matters more than the location. Let me tell you about a woman I met named Carol. She was 76 when she started walking daily after her doctor recommended it for high cholesterol. At first, she only managed 5 minutes around the block. Within a few months, not only did her numbers improve, she slept better, smiled more, and even returned to crossword puzzles she'd given up because of brain fog. Walking cleared her mind in ways she never expected. There's also a psychological side to this. Walking every day gives you a sense of control. It's something you choose in a world that often feels like it's taking things away. Mobility, energy, independence. Walking gives something back, a quiet kind of power. So if you haven't started yet, make this part of your daily rhythm. You don't need a gym or special clothes, just your 2 feet and a bit of commitment. If you're still watching and finding these ideas helpful, please comment number 2 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Let's continue. Number 3, deep breathing and conscious stillness. Of all the habits we tend to overlook, this one may surprise you the most, and it's also one of the most powerful: daily deep breathing with conscious stillness. Yes, simply sitting quietly, breathing deeply, and allowing your mind to settle for a few minutes a day can have massive effects on your body, from lowering blood pressure and inflammation to strengthening the immune system and even protecting memory. Let's start with what happens when you take slow, controlled breaths deep into the diaphragm, not just shallow chest breathing. When you breathe this way, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and repair mode. This lowers cortisol levels, slows the heart rate, and calms inflammation, the root cause of nearly all chronic diseases, including cancer, arthritis, and dementia. Many adults over 60 live in a constant state of low-level stress. Even if life looks calm on the outside, the body may be on alert, worrying about finances, health, children, or loneliness. This silent stress builds up. And where does it show? In blood vessels, in the immune system, and in the brain's memory centers. Here's the beauty. Deep breathing interrupts that stress cycle. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day, sitting quietly and breathing slowly. Inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, can literally reset your body's stress response. That single habit can lower your risk of heart disease, reduce inflammation, and support clearer thinking. Now add mindfulness. Not complicated meditation, just noticing your thoughts without judging them. Combined with deep breathing, this gives your brain a mental shower, washing away the clutter that builds up throughout the day. For older adults, especially those living alone, this habit can be life-changing. Deep breathing and sitting in stillness is not doing nothing. It's one of the most powerful actions you can take. It sends a message to every cell in your body. You're safe, everything is okay, you can heal. If you've never tried it, don't worry about doing it perfectly. Just sit, breathe slowly, and be kind to yourself. Let your mind wander, allow your body to settle, and notice how day by day your clarity sharpens, your tension softens, and your energy returns. Practiced consistently, this habit can become the foundation that allows all the others to work better. Quiet the inner chaos so your body can focus on what it was designed to do: repair, restore, and thrive. Number 4, cold water exposure. This may sound a bit extreme, but this next habit has been making waves in the world of longevity and healing, and it's surprisingly simple. Cold water exposure. We're not talking about ice baths or polar plunges, just a daily exposure to cool water. Whether it's ending your shower with a cold rinse or splashing your face and arms with cold tap water, you can trigger a powerful healing response throughout the body. When your body comes into contact with cold water, even briefly, it enters what's known as a controlled stress response. Blood vessels constrict and then dilate, improving circulation. Your heart rate slows, and your body releases a burst of norepinephrine, a natural chemical that reduces inflammation and boosts mood and mental clarity. In short, cold exposure wakes your body up and helps it function more efficiently. Take Gloria, a 76-year-old woman who struggled with constant joint pain and brain fog. Her grandson told her about cold water rinses. At first, she laughed and said it was for young people, but eventually, she tried finishing her shower with 30 seconds of cold water. It was uncomfortable at first, but within 2 weeks, she felt sharper in the mornings. Her knees were less stiff and, unexpectedly, her mood improved. She said it felt like giving herself a shock to wake up, not just physically, but emotionally. That's what cold does. It pulls us out of stagnation. It reactivates systems that slow down with age, and for older adults, that kind of stimulation is gold. The body doesn't need punishment. It needs a nudge, and cold water is one of the gentlest, most effective nudges we have. There's also evidence that regular cold exposure increases brown fat, a healthy type of fat that burns energy and helps regulate blood sugar and body temperature. For older adults concerned about diabetes or weight gain, this can be a real bonus. The key isn't toughness or perfection, it's curiosity. Try it for a week. A quick cool rinse, a splash of cold water on your face before breakfast. Notice how your energy changes. Circulation improves. The immune system strengthens. Sometimes the path to healing isn't more medication or more effort. It's reconnecting the body with its natural rhythms. Cold water helps us do exactly that. This isn't about discomfort, it's about vitality. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please comment number 4 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful, inspiring content. Let's move on. Number 5. A consistent sleep-wake schedule. Many older adults believe poor sleep is just part of getting older, something you simply have to accept. But what if I told you that going to bed and waking up at the same time every day could be one of the most powerful things you do to prevent disease and even extend your life? This habit may seem ordinary, but it carries extraordinary power, maintaining a consistent sleep and wake schedule. Your body runs on a 24-hour internal clock known as the circadian rhythm. It controls when you feel alert, when your organs function best, when your brain is sharp, and even when your immune system is most active. As we age, this internal clock can become disrupted, especially if you stay up late watching TV, take random naps during the day, or wake up at different times each morning. When that rhythm is thrown off, everything suffers: blood sugar, memory, mood, and immunity. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps restore and protect that rhythm. When your body knows what to expect, it can prepare itself by releasing the right hormones at the right times, repairing tissue more efficiently during sleep, and keeping inflammation in check. Researchers now know that irregular sleep patterns are linked to heart disease, cognitive decline, and a weakened immune system. The good news is that this is a habit you can start tonight. Let me tell you about Frances, age 78. For years, she struggled with restless nights and foggy mornings. She tried sleeping pills, herbal teas, hot baths. Nothing stuck. Then her grandson, who studied health sciences, suggested something different. Go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning, and stick to it no matter what, even if you didn't sleep well. She was skeptical, but within 3 weeks, she started waking up without an alarm. Her energy returned. She even noticed her arthritis flare-ups were less severe. When sleep becomes consistent, the brain's lymphatic system, its built-in cleaning crew, works more efficiently. This system clears waste proteins that, if left unchecked, are linked to conditions like Alzheimer's disease. And this critical cleanup happens primarily during deep sleep. A regular schedule makes it easier for your body to reach that deep restorative stage of sleep. Hormones like melatonin and cortisol also regulate better. Melatonin helps you fall asleep naturally, while cortisol supports alertness and immune balance. Final thoughts. If you've made it this far, you're part of a rare group, the kind of person who isn't just curious about health, but truly invested in living well every day. We've talked about 6 habits, and while each one may seem simple on its own, together they form a powerful framework that can reshape the rest of your life. These aren't fads or complicated regimens. They're sustainable, practical habits backed by science and lived wisdom. Here's the heart of it. The older we get, the more power we actually have to choose how we live. Too often, the story around aging is filled with limits. What we can't do, what we've lost, what's too late. But that's not the whole story. Many of the most vibrant, healthy older adults are the ones who decided to take small daily steps in a different direction. They weren't chasing youth. They were honoring the life they were given. And if you've ever doubted your ability to recover, let me remind you, your body is designed to heal. Your mind is capable of rewiring itself, and your spirit remains strong, no matter what you've been through. The real question isn't whether change is possible. It's whether you give yourself permission to try. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. Willing to listen to your body. Willing to be kind to yourself. That's where real transformation begins. So as you move forward, take this with you. You have more control over your health than you think. And every time you choose one of these habits, you're voting for the kind of future you want. A future with less pain, more clarity, and deeper joy. Thank you for being with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, and reading your comments gives us tremendous motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.